welcome back to the show, and our guest is Jimmy Stewart.
Oh,
Of course, we all know what a great actor you are, and what a great professional you are.
thank you.
Mr. Stewart, how long is your
It's about 10.5 inches. It's not hard now. It's limp after a good swim. About 10.5.
I heard this wild story about you and Henry Fonda in a penny arcade.
Yeah. What happens is that every Tuesday, we Hank and me go down to Sunset Boulevard there in Hollywood and pick up just about anything we can find. So last Tuesday we were down there, and I saw this little Chinese girl there, and so I beckoned to her, and she was nicely put together, I should say.
I see.
And so I said, "Hi there, sweetheart. Do you know who I am?" And she said, "You're Mr. Stewart." And I said, "That's right." And I said, "How would you like to have this famous up you?" And she nodded her head, and I nodded mine. And so then we went across the street there to this penny arcade where we usually go, and she hiked up her skirt, and she had on these Fredericks of Hollywood underwear,
Yeah.
the ones with the little holes. And so I wasn't properly prepared at this point, and she was tried to play with me and get me but
To no avail, huh?
no, it was a good 15 minutes and nothing was happening. So I said, "You're gonna have to lick it."
And did she?
Yeah, she did. She took me full, right down the old I put it to her for about 10 minutes there, doggy style. Excuse me, doggy style. And about that time, the owner of the arcade came out and he said, "Mr. Stewart, you're going to have to leave."
You were just doing it on the floor of the arcade?
But no, yeah, on the by the wall there. She was pressed up against the wall, and I was coming in from behind, and
He asked you to leave,
and I said, well, why should I, Bill? And this is every Tuesday, you know how this, and he says, well, Henry Fonda is in here, and I said, well, who's he got? And he said, a Puerto Rican girl. And so I said, well, could I just have maybe another 2 or 3 minutes? Just a chance to let this little lovely girl climax. And so he said he would, and so I finally I finished there and dismounted and wiped myself clean and went inside there, and sure enough there was Fonda, and he had this little girl tied up, and kind of reverting to his old Western roles, I guess. And I asked him if he needed a saddle, and he kind of laughed, and we traded partners is what we did. And so I was outside with this Puerto Rican girl again. And the thing that bothers me about this is that people come and see my movies, and then they're walking down the street,
Yeah.
and they see me up against the wall with a Chinese girl, and they act appalled.
You can see their point, can't you? I mean,
All right, well, a man has to have a public and a private life. Here I can entertain these people for hours on the screen, and the minute I somebody on the street, they get all upset. I think that's pure hypocrisy.